big enough. I cut
Oh,
it short,
okay.
so.
Okay.
Boy. See, they do propolis. See all that crispy propolis up here on top? They glue these things down, which that's good, apparently. And we're seeing. When I first opened this, I saw some hive beetles, but I haven't seen any others.
Trying to get me. See, I'm trying to get me.
They will too.
That's a lovely cow too.
So what? Yeah.
We're gonna close this one back up because they're starting to sting.
Starting to get agitated.
Is it okay? Yeah, I found her. She's marked.
Then when you're done, always push your frames to center.
Okay.
It keeps the
said
whole
number 4
root
too,
area
right?
tight. And they're less likely to draw burr cones in your hive.
You said number 4 also, right? I think.
Yeah, I think it was. No, 5. Yeah, queen not spotted on 4.
Okay.
What number is this, 2? Do you know why it has a red brick on it?
Nope. I'm guessing this one is empty. Nope. By golly, just no traffic.
There's not awake yet.
Yeah. This is another one where we have the 5 or 6 frames of foundation. Not sure why we put them in a box. This one out and just start moving them back. See, they've got a lot of. They have all this space they're going to have to heat in the winter.
Okay.
They don't try to keep it hot. They try to just keep the brood area hot.
Okay.
But the heat's got to, it's going to move. Moves from high to low, so it's going to keep coming over this way. So that they would be better off if they just had a nuke. So we may have to condense a bunch of these down to nukes.
Where are they at?
They're
Oh,
all over
yeah.
here. See, they got all this. They got to heat
Yeah.
this winter. They're okay for the summer.
But if it stays like
In fall,
that,
you want to move it into
Yeah.
okay, just put it
if
into
they
a smaller.
if they haven't filled it out, and chances
Okay.
are they're not good unless they do. They may fill it with honey during the goldenrod bloom this fall, but they won't fill it with bees because they're cutting back on bees. Kelly, we need to, when we get some nice weather in the fall, gets cool, before it gets cold, we need to do a video with you doing an inspection. Because you do a great inspection. Huh? You do a good job. I mean, you see a lot of stuff. Most of us look for one thing at a time, But you're kind of, you're looking at everything better than I try to remember to do that. Then I fall back to where's the queen, or looking for kind of one thing and don't wind up pulling a frame out 2 or 3 times to check it for something. See a queen? There's some larvae on this side. I'm not seeing any eggs over here. But yeah, there's very young larvae down here on the
There's
bottom.
a lot of brood on that frame.
Yeah.
More brood than food. They'll have a good hatch out.
Yeah, they will.
Okay, so if you look at this one, those are all pretty good size. Okay. Let's see that. Okay, you see how this cell right here is sunk in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that is an indication that that brood in there is sick.
Oh.
Okay, and normally what they'll do is they'll clean it out. See, that one's uncapped.
Okay.
So that's like a hygienic behavior. What they're doing is they're disrupting the mite.
Okay.
And so when they uncap this, it actually kills the baby mite larvae. And so it doesn't. So that's a hygienic behavior. If you see it, it's a good behavior that your bees have. If you see like a whole bunch of it, you've got a problem.
Okay.
And then these sinking cells right here, one or two, or even if you see 4 or 5 of them on a frame, that's not concerning.
Okay.
Now, if you see all your brood who's got this problem, you've got a disease. And so that's a good thing to look for. But just this one is not concerning.
Okay.
It just tells me that that one's sick. But they'll clean that out. But if you see it start moving across your brood, then you need to take some measures.
Okay.
Your brood can tell you a lot about what's going on.
All right.
We think this weighted canvas is too light. The bees are chewing it.
Are they?
Yep. Chewing edges out so they got it, a top entrance. And I don't know if it's shrunk. I probably cut it right on the edge of being too short, but I've got some that aren't making it all the way to the ends, and I don't think we had that when we first laid it in, so we're going to have to increase the cut a little bit and then go to the next weight.
This hive is a little hygienic. You see that right there? That is a small queen cup. And so it's just borderline what you would call a swarm cell, but there's nothing in it. You can always pull back and check to make sure if it's really hard for you to see in. The bees will always repair it. But I call these practice cells.
Okay.
And I'll just pinch them off. But a lot of like Russians, they'll build them just to build them. So always just check them. But
and if there's anything in there, is that
means they're raising a queen.
okay?
So you can either just leave it or you can split it. To see how this brood frame has a few uncapped pupa. Yeah, that's a hygienic behavior. But all in all, that brood looks really healthy.
Okay.
So that one's almost finished. See him? His head's all the way up there already.
Big balls.
Hello.
This one looks really good.
Thing for the bees.
Do what?
The bees are eating this canvas.
After the game. What time the game?
They might just be
Okay.
like chewing it together.
After this, I'm going back to the farm. Yeah.
Here she is.
Oh yes. What?
She's fat too.
It's not quite an Anglican. It's closer to Alvin.
Oh, no wonder. Okay. She's right here.
Oh wow.
Pinch that off for me, please. Thank you. She's fat.
Fast.
Yeah, then. Alright, you are being extremely complicated. You normally don't move around that fast unless they feel threatened. It's probably because she's not on a brood frame. And the beam ring gets squashed. Let me hold that.
Sure.
This is called a one-handed queen catcher. It's worth every penny.
Unmarked.
Do you have a cage?
Yeah.
And then what I'll do is, you need to get out. Is just real slowly, like bring her to the
Bring her
top.
to the top.
Yeah. Until I get her lined up. I don't like to catch her there. Then you just
Okay.
dot her
Slow.
thorax and just bring her back down.
Paint, dot, and go, huh?
Yeah, and then just give her a couple of minutes to dry.
Okay.
Because if you put her in there right away, they'll clean it off.
Smear. Oh,
Yeah,
they'll
it'll
clean
smear
it
and
off.
they'll clean it off.
Oh,
Yeah, you gotta let it dry. They move like,
so they notice everything.
These others to get down here on the
so we'll just give that a minute
Okay.
to dry, and then we'll flip it over and release her back in there. You don't want to do that to young or virgin queens. So if you have a queen that's just hatched, give her at least 2 to 3 weeks, because they can still fly. And if you go trying to catch her, she'll fly on you,
Oh,
and then they don't always make it back into the hive.
okay.
So wait till they get fat and heavy where they can't really fly to mark them.
If I get to that point, I'll probably ask somebody to give a hand or something, because I don't want
You could do it.
to. Interesting.
But these are really helpful, especially if you're out there by yourself in the yard to catch them with, and it doesn't hurt them at all.
Okay.
Some people will use the clip, but you can't get them to stand still in those clips.
There's just too much space.
Yeah, and so
Okay.
it's hard. You end up like turning her
Painting
into a
all
race
over.
car. Yeah.
Okay.
So these are real helpful. Jack's got one that's very similar.
Probably have to.
Oh, okay.
His is a little different. His is open on the bottom, but it's the same concept. You just bring them to the top and line them up.
Gotcha.
And get her to flip over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, lady.
Notice these are all single boxes. Are these all just being raised like new hives?
Yeah, well, these are all pretty much just
Ours
research
here is to
and reproduction. So, or production.
Okay.
So whenever, and Mike likes to do this, if a hive ever gets strong enough to split, he's just going to split it.
Okay.
So we don't grow hives for honey. So it's not
That's
about
not what
the
this is.
size of the colony.
Okay.
It's about how many we have, so that we can teach people
Oh, okay. Okay. I
and
see.
also do research on them ourselves.
Okay.
So, I mean, we could. It's just that we just
Not
try to
what
keep
it's
as
for.
many going. Yeah.
Okay.
Bees, the other bees
Possible.
may try to clean it off. And of course, they would get poisoned in the process. Once it's dry, it's fine. So I'll give it a couple minutes to dry off. And I'll put this back together.
I got my hat, so my thing keeps falling off. That's it.
Do you put her back on a frame that you found her on, or
No, it don't matter.
doesn't matter?
I usually, yeah, you can put her there in the brood. Just don't put her on a honey frame.
Okay.
But just be real careful when you open and close these
Yeah.
that you don't cut your
Can't come
legs. Yeah.
Mineral oil.
Because on a
Just
queen, their
standard
most
mineral?
important part of their body are their legs.
Okay.
But I
Besides
put
their
the
laying ability.
smell this. I put
Put wintergreen.
essence. No, it's melon and cucumber essence. Oh,
Really?
yeah.
Okay. Melon and
Yeah.
cucumber
Melon,
essence oil.
Yes, she is.
And
And that's what you put in that little catcher?
Four, I
Yeah,
think.
this here.
Four,
I
yeah.
need to.
Does that need one, Jack?
No, I got one.
You need another one?
Okay.
And a Swiffer sheet?
All the above.
Yeah.
A Swiffer sheet on top.
Yeah.
What does that do?
the beetles get caught in it.
Oh,
The
okay.
bees will chew on it first, trying to get it out, and they'll
Uh-huh.
tear it and
Fuzz
spring.
up.
The only thing bad about them is every once in a while a queen will get in them. So,
Oh, you gotta really
That's
keep
why
on
I
it.
don't use
yeah, I know it.
Ah,
I don't like them either, but
Well, then what do we got them out here for?
because the beetles are so bad, you couldn't believe the beetles in those up there.
I am
Are y'all seeing any beetles? Well, these are in the
Not
sun.
compared to what I've got.
This doesn't have anything in it.
so
What
the
is that?
sun helps keep the beetles down?
Yes, you always want your hives in the sun.
All right, because there's no shade anywhere near mine, so
And they're
maybe
fine.
that's why I haven't seen them.
No, they'll regulate
Whole lot.
their own
No.
temperature.
I
Okay.
thought you just said they weren't any good.
Well, whatever we do, we got to handle the beetles. So if we lose a queen, we lose a queen.
What does the star mean?
That's probably something I put on there when it was mine. And I had it at the house, and then it was a good one. Now that she's dry, we got to make sure she doesn't. We've had a couple fly off,
Oh,
but I'll just put her on there, and she'll probably go back.
Find her way down.
Yeah.
Did y'all mark one?
Yeah.
she marked one.
No, did you?
Oh, I didn't personally, but I
Did
watched
you?
her.
No.
Oh man, why don't y'all let these new people mark them? Let them catch them and mark
I
'em.
was showing them they'd never seen one marked.
Oh really?
I guess, right?
Yeah, that's the first time.
What you can do is go in and catch drones. Just go out to your hive and catch a drone, and they can't sting you. So
Right.
just grab them by the wings, you know. If you're right-handed, grab them by the wings with your right hand, and then come up with your left and grab the thorax.
She went down.
Okay.
You don't want to ever grab a queen's front legs, because that's what she uses to
She measures the cells.
measure
like
the
calipers.
cells. So if you
Oh,
mash one of their front legs, she's going to be useless.
oh,
They'll kill her or run, replace her.
interesting.
At this time of year, her replacement probably won't be as good as she is.
No. Well, I thought about coming out here and making some queens, but I'm hot now, so. Kelly, have you made any queens this year?
Yeah.
Have you quit?
Right now I have. There's no drone.
Must be time to go home. My smoker went out. Again.
Well, here's a drone right here.
Again.